Welcome back to Island Life Live, honoring native birds and biodiversity while celebrating how native birds connect to our lives, culture, environments, and more. Joining me to tell us all about the Hawaii Island Festival of Birds is Rae Okawa, Development Director from the Hawai'i Wildlife Center. Aloha, Rae. Thanks for joining us.
Aloha, thanks for having me.
First of all, I want to say mahalo for everything you folks do to protect our native birds and the population. What are some of the challenges our native birds are facing today?
Well, there's a lot of challenges. We're always saying as conservationists do their work and birds are coming back, they're going to be in our communities, which means there's a lot of interactions now that they're having with community. So sometimes that can be not the greatest, but it's all about education and outreach, which is what this festival is designed to do.
Yeah.
It's an educational event. We really want to lead with joy. We want to celebrate the birds that we have left. As working at the Hawai'i Wildlife Center, we deal with a lot of sick and injured, and that's really kind of sad. It's just like conservation issues. They can be really heavy. But really, in our line of work, we've encountered people who are on the verge of giving up because they're like, there's nothing left that's native. Why bother? It's like, no. We actually have over 70 different species and subspecies of native birds left in our islands. And, those are still with us and we want to protect them. And in that vein, the festival really aims to celebrate that, like the biodiversity that we have left.
Yeah,
and that we want to protect it. We want to bring them back. We want to just have this joy that we share the Aina with these birds.
You're putting a smile on my face is thinking about our native birds. Now, this is a full day festival. What can we expect when we come there? This is on Hawaii Island, by the way, right?
Correct, yes. So this is our second year in Hilo. We have a whole lineup of things. So we have guest presentations, and that includes, expert guest speakers. And then we include local halau as experts as well. So it's not, there's all different kinds of ways to have knowledge and share your knowledge. And being part of a halau that passes down manuhula is a huge thing for conservation because it keeps the stories of native birds alive and it keeps people here connected to those native species. So we have local halau also presenting manuhula. It's very intentional. It's not just like come entertain the guests. It's like share the stories of these manu. And then we also have a bird fair. And that's like a craft fair because I'm a shopper. Like you're going out when I'm looking in stores, I'm always looking for the bird stuff. And growing up, I could never find it. It was always like turtles and sea stars and dolphins. I'm like, where's the bird stuff? So this is a little selfish on my part, but it's like a whole craft fair of just artists that feature native birds in their work, and also educational booths from nonprofits that are also doing conservation work. So those are the core of the bird festival. New this year, we're actually integrating soundscapes. So I don't know if you ever heard of forest baths. Have you ever heard of that?
No, what is that?
Forest bathing. It's not like a wet kind of bath. It's where you go into the forest or someplace in nature and you just let it wash over you and wash through you, and you take from it, whatever emotions that it gives you. But this year we're incorporating sound baths and just bringing in all the different calls of the native birds and playing it for our audience and just giving that mind of abundance. This is what Hawaii could sound like if we were surrounded by native birds. Don't you want this?
I love that. So you're completely, completely immersed. This is in your guys' press release said for bird nerds or people who are bird curious, which I love that. And again, give us the details. It is happening. Tell us the venue and when it's happening.
It is happening on October 26th. That's a Saturday, and it will be at the Grand Naniloa Hotel Hilo. And all-day event starts at 9 o'clock and ends at 5:30.
Rae Okawa, thank you so much for joining us. The Development Director from the Hawai'i Wildlife Center. We'll see you there at the Grand Naniloa. Aloha, Rae.
Yeah, see you there. Thank you.
Coming up next, we celebrate your birthdays right here on Island Life Live.